The temptation of Christ is a very interesting example of how he tempts him. You see three ways that Satan tempts Christ. One of them is he capitalizes on needs that Christ had. He was hungry. And sometimes we are hungry in various ways. We're lonely, or we have some problems or frustrations we can't solve, and there's this hunger, there's this nagging, something is wrong, and then Satan comes along and offers a solution that actually is outside of God's will. So he says, take these stones and make them to bread, which sounds very logical, but in actuality it's a step of disobedience. And so he will work the same way. He'll go, wow, you're just not happy in that marriage, are you? You really aren't. Well, just kind of building a deep friendship with that lady at work is not bad. It would be good for you. And so capitalizing on real needs, he then directs us towards ways of meeting those needs that would be outside of God's will. So that's one thing he does. Then he took Christ to the top of the temple, said, jump off, and the angels are going to catch you. And what would be the significance of that? Well, Christ was moving in a time of ministry, and if he would have jumped off the pinnacle of the temple, he would have been an immediate star. And people would have just gone, oh, wow, you're really someone. And I think all of us want to kind of shortcut the hard work of the path that God wants us on and move very quickly to the destinations we're going. And Satan offers us shortcuts. He offers us temptations in the form of, well, if you do this and this, you can skip that. You can cheat on your taxes and just get rich a little quicker, or you can lie and impress people a little bit more. And maybe the direction you're going could be, again, it's a legitimate direction, but the shortcut takes you out of God's will. It wouldn't be bad to make some money, but it's bad to make some money by cheating or build a relationship by lying. So he offers us shortcuts. He offers us food that's fake. And then he, in his third temptation with Christ, he said, I'll show you all the kings of the world, I'll give them to you. And that was kind of a temptation for power and authority. And we're often in situations where we feel disempowered, we don't have authority, we're no one, and Satan will come along with, again, ways to give us authority, ways you can get really mad right now and punch them, and all of a sudden you'll bring everything back under control. Or you can be bitter in your heart, and then you feel like that person, you've somehow gotten back at that person. And again, those are, instead of relying on God's power and God's control, Satan's temptation says, I could give you that in another way that's actually going to be quicker and easier for you. So I think Satan, you see Satan capitalizing on real needs, capitalizing on real directions that we're going, and capitalizing on real wants of, I don't want to just be disempowered, mean nothing. But rather than directing us onto the path of obedience, he gives us a fake, a shortcut, an illegitimate way of meeting those same needs, and then we're caught and move into sin.